All right, so when lettering the CP, it's actually a good idea to maybe get a pretty good size circle template, because actually circles are pretty, you want your circles to be nice and round. There's the circle for the back. And then again measure the height, which is 1.5 inches, just 3/4. So there we go. All right, and then the CP rail itself starts right about here, and it's in italics, so, and let's see, it's kind of about 1.75 inches. Kind of want to eyeball it. And make each letter about 1/4 inch. The nice thing about like an engine like this CP rail, there's a lot of room on both sides. You accidentally make the letters a little too big, a little too small. There's kind of a lot of leeway. Probably the most challenging letter in the CP rail is the lowercase a. I would practice it a few times. What's challenging about it is it's fairly challenging to get the circle of the A and the upper tail of it all in line with, like, for instance, the top of the lowercase I. There's a tendency that itself is probably one of the biggest things from lettering practice. Like even on mine here, it's sort of, there's a tendency that the lowercase a in that style, the A stands up quite a bit taller than like the top of the lowercase I, and it just kind of almost is the whole height of the L. As time goes on, you'll kind of start to see it just takes a lot of practice. That's why I recommend practicing when you're not drawing your trains. Then here, let's do the 57. there's the 5796. And then there's a lot of stripes. When there start to be as many stripes as there are on these in the CP rail, I recommend don't get too terribly caught up in counting how many stripes there are. The truth of it, and here let's put the 5796 right about. It's right about. Part of why I recommend that is there's sort of the thought of like, well, if I have the exact amount of stripes, it's more accurate. And yes, that's true. But then to get the exact amount of stripes that you want, what kind of starts to happen is if you count it and don't get it, and you count it and don't get it, and you erase it 5, 6, 7 times, you start to tear a hole in the paper and it gets really messy. Whereas if you get within 1 or 2 even stripes, the drawing a lot of times looks cleaner. And a big part of the aim is to just kind of be going for a cleaner, neater drawing. Okay, I've pretty much got it lettered.